Hey guys, what's going on? SpitBrix here, back with another LEGO Ninjago video, and in this video we're going to be checking out the brand new 2019 Ninjago spinner sets. We've finally gotten some good images of these, and so I'm going to be going through them, pointing out some things that I noticed. There are a lot of cool features with these upcoming sets. I personally, for one, am very excited, and I'm also be giving a few of my thoughts, as well as a few things that you should be expecting whenever these sets end up coming out. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's start off with Spinjitzu Kai. He's going to be set number 70659. These spinners will retail for $10 US whenever they are released in 2019. And as far as what I can see really from these images is that these spinners are going to have a lot of different ways to customize them. And unlike the spinners from 2011 and 2012, the spinners don't really focus on the weapon that the ninja is holding, but rather the attachments that are on the sort of Spinjitzu tornado piece. On the back of the packaging here, you guys can see that the spinners have three main categories, the one on the top being defense, attack, and then speed. And so those are kind of the three different attachments you can build on the side of the Spinjitzu spinner in order to, I guess, try to gain an advantage in your battle against an opponent. Here's a good image of what all comes in the Spinjitzu Kai set. One thing that I automatically noticed was that the minifigures for these spinners are the exact same ones that come in the 2019 sets for this wave. And so this is a great way to be able to collect all the ninja minifigures without needing to go out and spend a lot of money on a large set, which this is really good for collectors of Ninjago that want to get all the different figures. And be sure to stick around, we're going to be checking out all the other spinners, just taking a little bit longer here on the first one so I can explain a little bit of the dynamics of these spinners. Now you can see the two attachments over on the side there, which you can build on, as well as the one that's already hooked on to the spinner piece. And I have to admit that that molded piece there that kind of looks like a Spinjitzu tornado, that's what they were going after. I think it is an absolutely phenomenal piece, and it looks like it's even got a cool mix of transparent color in there, which is pretty cool. Now, one thing about these spinners is, according to the product pictures, you are to spin them using the minifigure head on the very top there, which was different from 2011 and 2012 with those spinners in which you were supposed to use the base of it to kind of flick it and spin it. Now, of course, that's enough talking about Kai here. You guys have seen plenty of pictures of him. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have Spinjitzu Jay. Jay is my personal favorite ninja, and I have to admit that his spinner is looking really cool. It's got a lot of different aspects of lightning and incorporates a lot of transparent yellow pieces. You guys can see the J minifigure there in the middle and the different attachments that go around on the outside. His spinner is a nice combination of different colors such as blue, transparent yellow, and some sort of green color kind of in there. That may just be the product pictures though. And another cool addition are those printed tiles over on the left there that have Jay's logo and lightning bolt behind them. We get 4 of them in a $10 set, which is really cool. I really do like those pieces, and you'll see all the different spinners kind of have their own emblem there. That's the same piece that we got one of in each of the Dragon Master sets, but here we actually get 4 of them, which I think is a very cool plus. Next up, let's go ahead and check out Spinjitzu Zane and just look at this amazing artwork on these Spinjitzu spinner packages. I think that's very necessary with marketing these days, and of course all those different LEGO sets and LEGO Ninjago sets that LEGO has, you know, they need to have something that's very appealing, especially since these boxes don't seem to include a cutout that actually shows the spinner inside, unlike the 2011 and 2012 spinner sets. And here we can see all the different attachments that come along with this Spinjitzu Zane set. Another interesting thing to point out is exactly how heavy each of these attachments are going to be on. Of course, the one on the right there, kind of with the ice spikes on it, is considerably going to be heavier than the other attachments, which will hopefully lead to some strategy on which attachments you want to put on your spinner, and of course that has to do with the 3 different elements: defense, speed, and attack, depending on which one you decide to equip. Now, specifically regarding these 3 different spinner features to this Zane spinner here, this first one here in front of you, this is the defense build or defense attachment onto his spinner. We also have the attack attachment, which appears to be this one with the ice spikes on it, which, by the way, has probably got to be one of my favorite attachments that you guys will see in this video. However, there are some other really cool ones coming up. And lastly, we just have this generic add-on here of just a few spike pieces, keeping it very light because this is the kind of power-up or addition for speed on these Spinjitzu spinners. Here we have Spinjitzu Cole, and once again, Cole is rocking that pop of orange color. The one attachment that stands out to me is the one over on the right, which appears to be a bunch of hammers that are coming off the sides. This one seems to be unusually wide compared to many of the other attachments that we've seen, and so it might have a competitive advantage. I guess we'll just have to see whenever the sets come out. These new spinners definitely have some different techniques on them. They utilize a lot of different pieces, and I'm very curious to actually see how popular they are whenever they officially release. However, in saying that, I should bring up one of the key features that these spinners are missing compared to the old ones, and that's the playing cards. So back in 2011, 2012, the game, a very large part of it was the strategy amongst the Ninjago cards, and I always liked collecting those. I've collected every single one of the cards from those spinners and from those years of Ninjago, and to not see them come back into the game is a little bit disappointing. But I completely understand LEGO's motives to kind of relaunch it and make it different than it was before. Continuing on, we have two different starter sets for the Ninjago Spinjitzu spinners. Similar to the 2011 and 2012 original spinner sets, we have these sort of starter sets that you can buy them and you automatically have two so you can play the game. The first one here has Wu and Nya in it. Now, there's two things I want to point out about this set, the first one being those tiles for the Golden Dragon Master that Wu has over on his spinner, and secondly, from the product pictures, you actually have to take off Wu's hat in order to spin him, which I think is kind of disappointing, especially since whenever he's in battle, he won't be able to really have his hat on, since you do have to spin it from the minifigure head. I thought that was kind of disappointing and underwhelming whenever I saw the product images, but nonetheless, probably shouldn't be that big of a deal. And finally, we have another starter set, which really is referred to as a battle set up on the top right-hand corner. However, it could definitely be a starter set. It's basically the same as the last one we just looked at, but instead, we have Lord Garmadon and we have Lloyd. I'm definitely predicting this spinner set will be the most popular out of this wave because, well, we get Lloyd and we get Garmadon, which are two very influential figures for the TV show, and so definitely this is going to be one of the most successful in my eyes. As far as the attachments for these spinners go, really the only one that sticks out to me as being unique is the bottom left-hand corner. You have Garmadon there with those snakes that come out of the sides, and once again, you guys can see the different rankings here for defense, attack, and speed. However, the feature that I am most intrigued about for this set is actually the Garmadon minifigure, and that's because this is the first time we have ever had a four-armed Garmadon minifigure in a Ninjago spinner. Now, back in 2012, I distinctly remember trying to put the four-armed Garmadon minifigure from the Epic Dragon Battle set into one of the spinners, and it just didn't work out because he was too tall. His weight was unbalanced whenever you tried to spin the spinner from back then, and so it makes me wonder exactly how it's going to work with these. I guess with them being so different in design, it should hopefully work. Of course, LEGO wouldn't put out something that was lopsided or didn't spin very well, but I have to tell you guys that it was definitely not possible to spin one of the old Ninjago spinners with a four-arm minifigure in it. It most likely had something to do with the added weight of the extra torso on the minifigure, as well as just the skewed proportions whenever you're trying to spin it, but it would just wobble all around and it wouldn't get a good spin. But I guess with the design of these sort of tornado-looking pieces that look more like a top that you would spin on a table, I think it will hopefully work out, but it will still be interesting to see how different the Garmadon minifigure spins compared to all the other Ninja minifigures and the Sensei Wu minifigure in these brand new 2019 Ninjago Spinjitzu spinners. And those are all the 2019 LEGO Ninjago Legacy spinners. Now be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on these down below. Do you guys like how they look? Are you going to be picking any up whenever they are released? Be sure to let me know down below with a comment. I personally am very excited about these spinners. Hopefully they live up to the expectations that we have of them based on these images here. I think they're going to be very cool. There's a lot of nostalgia behind them for me, but I also think that there's a cool new revived feeling behind them, and I'm very excited for that. I'll probably be picking up most of them, if not all of them, so it should be really cool, and I'm very excited for them to come out. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like rating down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with notifications if you guys do not want to miss out on any further Ninjago action. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video coming very soon.